What's going on? What's going on, Yusuf? How you doing? We can change the world. Hey, 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 hey. Tell me what it is. Tell me what do you think that you're here to do? Let me see if I got my Bluetooth off. Hold on. Nope, it's still on. Alright, there we go. Okay. Tell me what do you think you're here to do in the world, right? Before we get started with our lesson here today. Alright? Because we surviving Corona, but you got to figure out how to do so. I don't know what's going on with Zoom, y'all. Trying to see. Our love can definitely change the world. Let me see. Hey. Okay. So I'm not gonna wait to please click Zoom meetings if you okay. So today, during this class, on Mondays I come to you guys and I give you some information, some tools and resources that you can use in your life when it comes down to empowering yourself and becoming in alignment within your life and career. And so since everything is going down the way that it's been happening with Corona and after this thing we have a date right now. The date says that we are going to be released off of government shutdown June 10th. I think it was the last time I looked at it. In my head, I'm like, okay, cool, you was gonna have to let us up one day, regardless, right? But in the meantime, in between time, I'm wondering, what are my people going to do? I am wondering, what are my people going to do? And the reason I say this is because life as we know it right now will never be the same. Okay? It will never be the same, people. I don't think that I'm going to be able to do this Zoom. I'm sorry, y'all. Whoever's trying to see it on Zoom, I don't think that I'm going to be able to do it. It's taking too long and it's doing something crazy when I'm trying to download it. That wasn't my first time trying to use Zoom. I should have tried it the other day. So lesson. Oh, here it go. Oh, it's trying. It's trying to do something. Okay. Yeah. So it's important to start figuring out, start looking beyond Corona, right? So that's why the hashtag is surviving Corona, because you got to speak life into your situation. You got to speak blessings into your situation. You understand what I'm saying? Now, yeah, I know we're going through a lot of things on the outskirts, right? We're going through a lot of things. Look at this slick back ponytail right here. Ain't no shops open. Look at these eyebrows. Ain't no shops open. Look at my nose, right? So we have limited resources. But what can we do within ourselves to be more profitable, to be a blessing to someone, to keep our children educated and about their business? What can we continue to do? Because life as we know it will never be the same after this. Life as we know it will never be the same after this. And unfortunately, a lot of us are not going to have jobs to go back to. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the reason why I'm doing these sessions online now. I'm going to be doing my classes virtually now. I do these classes. This thing's taking forever. I do these classes each week anyway. Okay? I don't know what that's on. I do these classes each week anyway, and definitely on at the East End Public Library here in Richmond, Virginia. So what I'm doing right now is just bringing them to you guys. You feel what I'm saying? I'm doing them virtually. So because my people, we can't get out. So I'm asking you, what can you do virtually? What can you begin to do? How can you digitize yourself while we're going through this government shutdown? It's important to identify those things. So today I want to tell you that surviving Corona actually starts with you. And if you're looking and paying attention to this class right now, then you're in a good place. You're in a very good place. All right. So I want you to get a pen and a paper out and all that great stuff. Okay. Okay. I think. Oh, my Bluetooth. I about to say, what was that, Lord? Let me see. Okay. All right. Bam, Sam. So we got it. We got everything happening here. Woo! I wish y'all can see this. Woo, Jesus. There's a lot going on. I ain't even turned on the other camera. All right. But we're going to start right here with professional development. Okay. Now, you can ask me questions and everything. I may not be able to give you all the answers right here, right now, but I would definitely hit you up, in between the time with any answers to the questions that you may need. Okay. So this is, hey, peace, love. What's going on, Raheem? So this is where we're going to start at. First, I want to let you guys know something. If you're coming to me for any type of business or career services, or even if you come to me to, you need some help with finding employment. You need some help with finding a place to stay. You're going through some type of crisis, and you come to me. One of the things that we're going to do in the first quarter is identify some goals. Right? We're going to talk about your goals. So that's what I want you to do today. We're going to start on that level right here today. All right. Now, I want you to think about at least 3 things that you can begin doing today that will prepare you for the the aftermath of Corona. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's so very important. I need you to understand something. Hear me, that life would never be the same again after this. Okay? And I love you, and this is why I'm telling you the truth. All right? Also, some of us are not going to have jobs to go back to once the shutdown is lifted. I know what they saying. I know, but you just think about this thing. You got a brain too. I ain't no smarter than you. I just tapped into a few things, and the same things I got, you got. You can tap into them. Think about this though. Okay? If small businesses, big businesses, sole proprietorships, okay? Those are the 3 categories that we got. They cover everything, right? The sole proprietor is the person who works for themselves, and when they file taxes with their social security number. They don't use a business banking number or EIN or anything like that. That's the sole proprietor. Then you have the small business, which are like our moms and pops businesses. My business is a small business, like things like that. We work for those people, work with those people. Then we have the big businesses like the franchise chains and all of that stuff where people work too, right? Now, going through this shutdown, that big chains might still be open. Small chains, maybe, depending on what type of product or services they offer. So entrepreneurs, sole proprietors, some of them, are still able to get out there and work if they're deemed essential and know how to work between them lines. Okay, they're still out there working. So bring it back to this job that you think you may be able to go back to. What if your job is that small business? What if your job had to take a hiatus until the shutdown was lifted as well? What does that mean for you? That means that you're not going to have a job to go back to. That means that your job just might have to lay off. That means that you're going to have to revert to those skills that you've had doing that job over the past 6 months, 2 years, 20 years. You're going to have to revert to those skills, because guess what still belongs to you? Those skills. Guess what was essential to that business? Your skills. You were essential to that business. That's why they hired you. So in the event of, at the end of Corona, when we have to hire ourselves, I want you to develop this mindset that I just may have to become this entrepreneur. I just may have to figure out a way to utilize my skills without that big business, without that behind me, that security behind me. I may just have to pull my socks up. And you don't want to be caught pulling your socks up at the last moment. Okay, because here right now, is where we pulling our socks up. The collective, my people, the community, if you are underneath the sound of my voice right now, this is us pulling our socks up because we ready to take flight when the shutdown is lifted. We're not going to wait until the shutdown is lifted and then we're like, oh no, what do I do? Worst case scenario, I didn't think about this. I didn't think this far. We're going to think this far now, and it's called damage control. It doesn't mean that you are, oh, ye of little faith. No. It means that you are planning. You writing it down. You are taking the initiative. You are being intentional. You are living out your purpose because God didn't require you to live in lack. God didn't require you to be this person who is a laborer for someone else. You can work together with someone else, but if your job was bringing you all types of discord and just, I can't stand it. Oh, I need to rest. Oh, I need all of these things. I wish I could figure out a way to get away from it. I need some time to get this, that. This the time right here. Put your socks up and enjoy it, okay? So let's get back to it. You surviving Corona with you involved, all right? We're going to stop right here today with 3 goals. So I hope you got a pen and a piece of paper or a pencil and notebook. You should keep a notebook because these are actually, they separated right now. But if you come to a live class, a virtual class, when the shutdown is lifted, then it comes in book form, okay? It comes in book form and everybody gets a packet. All right. So let's just go through this briefly. I'm not going to keep you long this morning because this is mindset coaching and this is just to get your mind jogging, because on Wednesday when I come, it's going to be next level success. You understand what I'm saying? And I know everyone here may not be interested in starting a business. I know everyone here may not be, in a position where it's like, well, I think my job is going to be, okay, well, let's improve on our skills. You understand what I'm saying? Let's start thinking past that. If this class is not for you, make sure you share it with someone who may be interested. If you feel like you're going to be good after Corona, but you don't know about sis over there, then just, hey sis, I think you check her out right here. She talking about some good stuff that'll help your life and career right after Corona. Just in case you got to take your skills that you had at this other job and put them somewhere else, you know that you can do that because you were essential at that job. You developed skills at that job. So you got the know-how, and you can take your know-how and place it wherever you need to get by. All you got to do is get the mind rolling. Change your mindset. Look at it like that. Here we go. All right. So, the goals that I want you guys to think about. So, if you were like visiting me live, this is what your sheet will be looking like right now. And you see, I have three goals right here. And the goals that you jot down for yourself, right? These goals are SMART goals. You want them to be SMART goals. And what SMART means, SMART is an acronym. SMART. All right. So you have goals that are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and have a timely manner. Okay. So when we're talking about our goals, it pertains to life or business. Okay, life or career. Professional, if you're a career professional and you're in human resources, you're in HR, you're in bookkeeping, I'm telling you, you can do them skills for yourself. Okay, I ain't trying to turn you into no business owner. I ain't trying to pull you on over here. I'm just trying to change your mindset about some things, because after Corona, what if your job not there? Oh, okay, so you were ready to listen just in case. Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, so goal number 1, 2, and 3. Make sure that these goals are going to position you to manifest the ultimate goal. You understand what I'm saying? Because today we're taking baby steps to get to where we need to go, right? We're taking baby steps. So let's think about this. It's how to identify your goals. Since it's going to take you to survive Corona, and we're thinking about what we're going to do after Corona, right? It's a virus. It's there. It's not going anywhere. People are dying. Jobs are lost. So you can't do anything. Okay, but there's going to be a time when you can. So come here. You here now? All right. We're in the time where you can go back into the world now. Okay. What are you going to take in the world with you? What's your skills looking like? Today we're going to talk about 3 things pertaining to getting these goals, pertaining to creating your list of goals. Okay. I'm going to talk to you about going back to the basics of who you are, what it is you love to do, and all of those great things. So think about these three things as you're thinking about going back to the basics of who you are and how you can use what you know and what you got after Corona. Okay? So you got to think about, what do you love to do? If you were doing what you love to do, that's great. That is absolutely amazing. Awesome. Awesome. Keep studying. Okay? Find something to take yourself to the next level. Because your employer is going to need you to be next level thinker when it's time to get back into the place of business. And if you don't have a job to go back to, okay, cool. What do you love to do? All right, awesome. What can you do so well? And more importantly, what are your weaknesses? Right? And I know you may be thinking right now, like, why do I need to know about my weaknesses? I'm good at this, I'm good at that, I'm good at that. You need to identify your weaknesses, though, so you can understand what you lack. And that way you can spend more time on filling in those gaps, because you got what you got already. You know what you know already. You are a beast in whatever it is already. Baby, what you don't know? What don't you know? Because here's what you can do about that. Whatever you don't know, it's time to reach out and find individuals to do the things that you don't do, or are your strength in places where you are weak, because that puts us into the community vocation of uplifting and awakening and profit and all of that in our community, in our range. But first, it starts with you. So what do you love to do, right? What can you do well, all right? And what are your weaknesses? Make sure you know that, because if you can identify your weaknesses in any situation, take this with you if you don't take nothing else. The thing that makes you most powerful in life is not about what you can do well. It's about knowing what you can't do. Because in your weakness, knowing your weaknesses is where your power is. You understand what I'm saying? Because if somebody else knows your weakness and you don't, then they got you. They can get you good. They know how you tick and talk. All right? So best know how you tick and talk first. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. Just know yourself first. Know what you can't do first. Right? So you'll know what you need. Life is all about identifying a need. You need spirituality. You need God. You need money. You need all of these things, okay? So identify what you need in your productivity. Identify what you need in your work ethic, right? All right, number 2, you got to identify your best skills. Identify your best skills and the things that you know how to do. Out of the things that you know how to do, right? Identify your best skills, and what that looks like is go back into the experiences you've had before, the different places that you've worked in your life. If you've been working since you were old enough to have a works permit, then guess what? You have that much experience. Okay, now it's time to re-identify those things. It's time to go over them again. You got to pull them things out the closet and see what worked. And see what you need to keep in the closet, what you can pull out and use again, and then you gotta assess and find out what ain't working no more. Okay? Ain't been working. I ain't gonna need that. Okay? Those are your experiences. So to identify your best skills, you have to identify what your experience has been like. Where have you been? What you've done, right? And then create a resume from that. I know a lot of people may not have a resume. Some people do have a resume. If you're interested in working for yourself, you still need a resume. And all that resume is your experiences. If you're a business owner, you need a resume. Your resume is going to include the people that you've helped in your business, the clients that you've helped in your business, and make sure they are successful ones. Make sure that they are people who are going to speak highly about you when called, because somebody just might pull your card one day and call them. Okay? Yeah. All right. So identify your best skills. All right. Surviving Corona. We have to do this. Listen. This is phase 2, because phase 1 has been foundational building. If you've been watching me on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we've talked about how to manifest in your life. We've talked about how to be well. We've talked about life and career basics. We've talked about those things. We've laid down the groundwork. So, and if you're here right now, you're like, well, I won't dare, Lady CEO. Zavie, I didn't see that. You can go to YouTube right now. Go to YouTube and subscribe on my Lady CEO digital page, okay? The link should be, I don't know, it's here on Facebook, but I don't know if my YouTube link, I don't know if I'll do it. But still, there's a bunch of videos on foundational building. So now we're in phase 2. Because you know how to build a foundation. And if you don't, then go and view my videos, then come back and view this one. Because now you're ready to pull your socks up. What's next, Zavi? What's next is surviving Corona, and it starts with you. So we talked about how to do that, how to prepare ourselves for after Corona ends, right after the shutdown ends. Okay, so we're saying we got to go back to our basics and identify what we love to do, what we can do well, what our weaknesses are, right? Number 2, we have to identify our best skills. And we identify our best skills by just jotting down the experiences that we've had, the job experiences we've had, the duties that we've done, and then your resume. Bring all of those things together and see yourself visibly on paper. Bring it all together, right? And then number 3, here's what you have to do. You got to reflect on what you can use out of the things that you've jotted down, out of all of your experiences, out of your resume, out of what you love to do and what you can do well, and what your weaknesses were. Now it's time to reflect on what you got and how you can use it, right? How you can use it. Finish this thing off by identifying who you can help. And what are the voids that you can fill with what it is you know how to do, who it is you are. With you involved, you can use what you know or what you have, what you can do to fill a void of who and what. This is for you. This is your homework. You got to figure this out. What can you do with what you know now, based off of your skills, based off of what you love to do, based off of all those years of experience you've put in the workforce? What can you do for yourself and people close to you in your community, people who may need your support that you don't even know? How can you assist them, right? What is your niche through all of this? Your niche is a niche is something that a niche is the special thing about how you do something, right? So for example, in human resources, the overall is human resource. But what is your niche in human resource? So my niche will be my particular niche will be identifying people's purpose and positioning them, effectively in the areas that we need them. That's what I do good. And paperwork. What? You know what I'm saying? Good. So what is your niche? What is your niche? How can you use those things to support, fill a void, or change the direction of where someone is going with what it is you know how to do? That's number 3, okay? And then number 4 is, what is your idea of change after Corona? I really want you guys to think about that as well, okay? I really hope you wrote these things down, because what is your idea of change? If you had an opportunity, okay, like if the Silverheads came to you, the Silverheads of the world came to you, I missed that, and they said, what do you think we can do to change this world? What do you think we can put in place to support our kids and our families and the economics of this world? What do you think? I'd love to hear your ideas. And you had to break that thing down. You had to voice your opinion on change when it came down to kids, education, economics, family, just everything about this world. What would that be? What would you say? I want you to write it down. I don't just want you to think about these things. I don't want you to just think about, if you want me to send you a goal sheet so I can hold you accountable, I will. And we can do one-on-one sessions. I'm not charging anything right now because I know my people can't afford it. That's stupid. You know, I heard that it's some barbers out here charging like $50, $60 for haircuts and stuff. Like, that's stupid. That's what I meant a few weeks ago when I said you can still do what you do in this gray area, but let's not cheat each other and let's not undercut each other either, because that's the only way that we're going to survive. That's the only way that we're going to make it as a community. We have to hone in to what it is we know how to do and then share what it is we know how to do amongst each other. And then when money starts circulating, if you got some money, then go ahead and pay them. You understand what I'm saying? If they got money, then let them pay you. But also, business owners out here, bless somebody too, because we're in a moment in time where spirit is in control, like faith is in control. Blessings are going to come to you based off of how you bless somebody else, and you can't always look for a monetary gain in blessings. So I'm trying to get your mindset focused and redirected on the proper way of doing this thing while money is an issue. Money is an issue. And then here's another thing on that. If you got money to pay your bills, don't take advantage of what the government is saying, like we're gonna put these holes and stops and stuff, because they just said I'm gonna put a hole and a stop on it. They didn't say they was gonna eliminate, just clear up the balance. They didn't say that. So if you still got money to pay your bills, pay your bills. Like if you have a home that you're renting from a private landlord, they're suffering right now. So reciprocity, like pay your rent or talk to them about pay majority of it though. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Don't fall into that. And I'm sorry for saying stupid, but don't be stupid though. Don't fall into the fucking trap. Excuse my language, okay? Because it's a trap. It's a trap. Yes, it's a real virus. People are getting sick. People are dying. Guess what? Almost more people died from the flu this year too. Okay. All right. So let's move on. The whole not pay your rent, not pay your bills, it's a trap. It's a trap, because after Corona, you're going to have a balance. After Corona, they're going to have a balance waiting for you. And you have not been working the past 3 months. So you're going to go into more debt. Don't take advantage of not paying your bills just because the government then told you that you don't have to. A crashing, repeatedly failing government is telling you don't pay your bills. We extended this thing. So your extension, you have a 90-day extension, but you're still accumulating. Don't be stupid. Pay your bills. Because if you're already a minority, the worst thing to do is to get further in debt. The worst thing to do is to come out of this thing and you don't even know when the kids going back to school yet. The worst thing to do is to fall in this funnel. Keep afloat, keep afloat, keep afloat, keep afloat, keep afloat. My people. All right. So you have about 5 homework assignments here today. And I want you guys to follow and come back. So I'm going to be doing classes Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, okay? And I'm doing classes, I'm doing homeschool with the kids at home, too. So if you want some little pointers, and we're not, like, going deep and heavy. We're making it fun. We're making it fun, right? And homeschooling at home, we're making it fun. I'm making it, based off of things that interest them. So history was about 5 Black leaders that really, left a mark on their mind, and tell me why. That's history. But I made it fun because I'm like, what do you think about them? You give me 5 and then tell me. So you just got to make it great, okay? So this is what I'm doing with my adults here. My adults. We doing this. While the kids are getting their studies and academics, they only had 1 more semester left anyway. Just buckle down and buy some books and get them kids Monday through Friday. Have them doing like 3 assignments per day. Spread them out throughout the day. Okay. I get my kids to do 1 after breakfast, 1 after lunch, 1 after dinner, and they read in between. That way it's not like a whole lot and then like, and then I have to work. I have to come here and do this. I do nursing. I do a lot of things. So you have to make it work, but still keep them on a routine as if school was still in session. So it will bring you sanity. It'll still keep the routine and order in your household, and it will also do something to your energy as well, because you're used to being on this routine. As a credibility. It's like, okay, bam. Yeah, but back to y'all. So this is what I'm doing for y'all, and I'm doing that for my kids, and then I do all the other stuff in between. All right, but your goals. I really want you guys to do this. So on Wednesday, if you're going to be back in class with me, then you should hit me up. Let me know if you want me to send you a PDF to your email of this goal sheet. Right? And then if you send me yours back, then we can start one-on-one, but you still have to come to class. But your one-on-one, I'll talk to you in between too. You know what I mean? We'll get it together. You'll understand it. But just hit me up. Like, let me know if you want one of these goal sheets. Okay? To hold you accountable. All right. So you have to hold yourself accountable. So your goals. What is it? What do you want your life to look like after Corona? Right? Worst case scenario of Corona, we don't have shit. Okay? Let's do damage control. We don't have shit. We don't have a job to go back to. The kids not gonna go back to school. How are you going to maintain order and success in your life? How are you going to pull the blessing up out of this devastation? Right? I want you to think about that. So let's go over. Let's go over here for a minute. I'm gonna switch around. Got some things I want you to check out right quick. Let me see. Can you see? Alright. Let me see if I can do this one. So, can you see? Alright. Okay, cool. Alright. So, put plants up. Alright. Surviving Corona is what we doing here. Alright. Definitely. Did this one? What is this? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Zoom. Alright. Okay. So, surviving Corona with you involved. Alright. So, this is all about your mindset. You have to understand that you are most important to surviving Corona. Okay? Can't nobody survive Corona for you. Okay? You gotta survive Corona. Alright? And the way that you do that, how you gonna do that, is go back to your basics, identify your best skills, reflect on how you can use what you got and what you know, then finish it off with who you can help and the voice that you can fill with it. Alright? Then down here, I'm also asking you, what is your idea of change after the coronavirus? Like, what if you had the chance to offer your opinion? Like I said before, what would you say? How would you fix it? How would you change it? How would you change the world? What is something that you will offer? And I want you to think about what you would do education wise. I want you to think about what you would do work wise. I want you to think about for the community. I really want your opinion on that. So when you do this, make sure it ain't number 4, y'all. Well, it's 5, including the goal sheet. When you do it, send it to me. Because I'm interested, and I'm doing my part, and I may want to link with you to see if you want to link together. I don't know. But I know that it's going to take more than me. I know that it's going to take a community. I know that if I fail, then that other little black girl around the corner failed, because I'm a leader and I'm a part of this generation that we're leaving behind. So what is my part? And I think that it's time for you to start identifying that, because you don't want to wait until June to start figuring it out, right? Let's do damage control right now. What can you begin doing today that will position you for success after coronavirus has been, the shutdown has been lifted, right? What can you begin doing today? What was it that you love to do? What was it? What are those skills that you have inside of you? What have you been nurturing all of this time? And how can you use it for the people around you in your community? How can you put this thing into place and turn it into sole proprietorship? How? Because it's possible. Anything is possible. Even for the old lady that sits in her house and she is knitting and she got all types of little knitted things made. I know somebody somewhere needs it. Somebody somewhere needs what that lady be in her house knitting. And she just maybe might be too old to know about Etsy. So she need somebody like you and I to tell her about Etsy, so she can make her a little bit of money off of what she doing, if that's what she want, right? But I'm telling you, after Corona, after surviving Corona, what you gonna have? Are you gonna be straight or not, sis? I'm not trying to say you lacking right now. I'm not trying to say you lacking right now. But what I'm saying is, are you gonna be straight or not, though, for real? Can you say for certain that business that you was working for, can you say for certain that they got enough capital to make sure you got your job when you come back after 90 days of nothing? Are you confident enough to say that they got your job waiting for you? If you can't confidently say that after thinking and masterminding, oh yeah, you know what? They is gonna be closed for 6 months. You know something? So I think it's time for you to start looking at that a little differently. And prepare yourself to boss up and use your skills for yourself and your community so you won't be lacking. And make sure that you instill those values and keep routine and order in your household so your children won't be lacking either. Wednesday, we're going to talk about next level success in life and business and how we can attain those things. I don't want you to forget this though. Surviving Corona, it begins with you involved. And we're here today talking about goals, setting new goals for ourselves. Okay? We're talking about going back to the basics, identifying what we love, what we can do well, what our weaknesses are. We're talking about identifying our best skills by experience in our old resumes. We're talking about then reflecting on what you found in the basics and what your best skills are. We're talking about reflecting on those things and how you can use them to help somebody else fill the void in their life. Which right now in the beginning stages may not bring you, like today, it probably won't bring you a lot because people don't really have a lot of money. That's the only reason why. But I'm telling you, if you create that foundation and you build on it and you infuse God in that thing, the universe, Allah, source, I don't know what you, listen, I'm telling you, it's going to happen for you, baby, because this is your opportunity right now. It ain't over till it's good. It ain't over till it's good. Okay? So, all right. With all of that being said, like I said, just hit me up if you would want one of those goal sheets that I have, and also hit me up with the answers to the questions on the back too, okay? So just a little bit more about myself before I go. I'm Lady CEO Xaviera Handsome, okay? I am the owner of a human resource corporation called Business Now RVA Incorporated, okay? Healthcare is one of my businesses. Ministry is another one. I also do arts and entertainment by way of Unitary Production. I do media broadcasting by Talking the Streets Entertainment in partnership with Legacy Internet Radio. Nonprofit ministry, Say Healthcare, business services, mindset coaching. You can find more and link with me at ladyceo.biz. I'm redoing my website. So it's really not a lot of product and services available, but you have all the information that you would need to know about me. And you can also take a look at my new Purpose Pusher program that I put together for individuals who participate in workforce resource centers and are seeking career services and business services. So if you want to learn more about what it is I have going on, then you can definitely visit me at www.ladyceo.biz. Okay. Once again, it could be from motivational speaking. If you call yourself a motivational speaker and you're trying to put some things together to see how you can make that work for you, I can help you out. Business services, career services. If you're like, I'm not really trying to start a business, but I just want to build on my professional skills. I need to talk to someone right quick. Human resources outside of my job. Hello, I'm right here. Okay. Healthcare, of course, I provide in-home care. I'm going to be teaming up with the Richmond City Ambassadors someday this week to go to our elders' houses and make sure they straight, make sure they don't need nothing. Also, while I got you here, I'm going to be offering a few hours of free care from my healthcare business to elders out in the community who may need it here in Richmond, Virginia, okay? If you are a healthcare professional and you would like to join this mission that I was just talking about, going to elders' houses and offering some of your care up, you can do it too, or either you can come on over here to underneath of my business and work under my business as an independent contractor and do it like that. I don't do W-2s, I do 1099, so whatever you make is yours and you take the taxes out when you get ready. All right. It ain't gonna come back to me, okay? All right. But in the meantime, in between time, just make sure that you do that homework. Make sure that you hit me up with any comments, questions, or concerns that you may have. If you want one-on-one conversations with me, all you gotta do is just let me know. My email is info@ladyceo.biz. You can find me on Instagram at ladyceo_x. You can also find me at on Facebook at Lady CEO Digital. Okay, Xaviera Handsome is my government name. I encourage you to be your best self. Be about your passion. Okay, find out how to ignite your purpose. All right. In the meantime, in between time, learn to be your best self because that's where the blessings lay, baby. You got to be successful. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, I see you next time. This has been class 1. See, I ain't hold you that long. This would be an amazing college course. I think I got one. Stay connected.